Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do the weekly reading for the lovely sign of Leo. Alright, Leo. First things first, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. It's wonderful to have you on board, and if you're new on board, welcome. If you find the reading doesn't resonate with you, please make sure you check out other aspects of your natal chart. You can do that by Googling natal chart and putting in the date, and if you've got the time of your birth. For some people, apparently it's on their birth certificate, but I've not seen one with the time on before, so you might want to check yours. Maybe for younger people, it may be the case. If the reading does resonate with you, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and help us to grow the channel. If you're interested in personal readings with me, life coaching, classes, etc., everything is in the box below. But if you want more information, you're quite welcome to email me, or you can go to my page at www.theaussiegoddess.com on the internet, or you can check me out on Facebook under the Aussie Goddess. Everything's under the Aussie Goddess. Okay, let's get into your reading. We're going to use the Golden Tarot for your reading here today. I feel like we're ready. Nice bit. Beautiful. We definitely are. Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is a card that shows the universe offering somebody something that they are not interested in taking. They've got their arms crossed and their body language is a definite no. Now, for some of you, this can be boredom. For others of you, it's just refusing to have more of the same thing. And sometimes we tend to do that. It's like, we've already experienced this. It's just not good for us anymore. We just want to move on and try something new. So even though this is some sort of offer coming from the higher levels, the heavens, spirit, you don't want it at the moment. So you're dissatisfied, you're bored, or you're sick of having the same thing coming at you. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups here. So it could be that you're being offered a new relationship here, but perhaps you're a little dissatisfied by your relationships at the moment. Maybe you're just not manifesting the type of relationships you want. For others of you, you may be in a soulmate relationship where perhaps you've just had enough and you know it's time to move on. So perhaps you're in some sort of repeating pattern of relationships where you're realizing that you've just done the same thing again. But there's some sort of energy here of not wanting the same thing again. Now, the Six of Coins is always about equal give and take. It's about spreading the wealth fairly. You could be in a relationship where you are not feeling that someone is meeting your needs at some level or another because you are looking a little bored or a little dissatisfied with something. You may be feeling like what's coming at you in this situation is not what you want. Okay, and then we have the Nine of Cups. Something's going to resolve itself here with the Nine of Cups. There's some sort of energy that something is about to change. As I always say, it's going to flip the script. Okay, because we have the Two of Wands. You're about to move in a completely different direction with a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus here. It's a different direction. All right, let's have a deeper look. All right, so we have the Ace of Coins coming through. There's some sort of offer here of something more stable. I can't help thinking that you've been in a situation where you've not felt appreciated, loved, or cared for in a way that was right for you. Something is happening here because you're being offered something more. And even though you're looking at it and thinking it's not what I want, it's showing a new path. So maybe you're dissatisfied because your person hasn't offered you something more stable. Maybe you're dissatisfied because the relationship wasn't really blossoming in the way you wanted it to. Something was missing, and something is about to be offered here that takes you in a new direction. It could be a new relationship, or it could be some sort of change in your current one. All right, look at this Temperance card. Some sort of balance being brought in here. We have the Queen and the King of Pentacles coming up in this reading. So you could be dealing with an earth sign here. But this is, I feel that this is marriage here. Somebody is looking towards the future now. Somebody is very future focused with this Three of Wands. I feel like if you've been in a long-term relationship, getting a bit bored with it because it's not going anywhere, I feel like for some of you, this is taking a new direction. For others of you, maybe you've been in relationships that have been that way before, but there is something new coming in here that's going to offer you what you haven't got in past relationships. Many of you dealing with an earth sign. Very strong earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Somebody is being really future focused. Ace of Coins, Three of Wands, really focused on manifesting something really good for the future here. I feel like whoever this person is, they've brought in some sort of balance. They're really grounded now. They know what they want and they know where they're going. So if you've been in some sort of situation here where somebody's mucking you around, somebody is now getting serious. If you've been in a situation where you've been dissatisfied by the type of love that's been offered, somebody is coming in to offer you something that is the real deal. Whatever it is for you, life is going in a completely different direction here. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords coming through with the Nine of Wands. Yes, he's cycling, and the Sun, end of cycling, end of going round in circles here. What has changed for you, Leo? Let me just get into the energy a little bit more. You may have been in a situation that was with some sort of soulmate that has been very karmic, dissatisfying, maybe even slightly toxic, I want to say. And I feel that you've either come out of that situation and you've taken love off the table, and now somebody's come in to offer you something, and your fear is that you are going to go around again. But the truth is, this is a brand new start and something that's going to bring a lot of joy and happiness. For others of you, it may be someone who's been very non-committal or erratic, who's now offering you something more solid, possibly long-term commitment. Now, if this is for a job for you or you're looking for work here, it's very possible that you've been doing contracted work or casual work and somebody now is coming in to offer you something long-term and full. Let's keep going. All right, so we have the Six of Cups coming through. Oh, nice, with the High Priestess and the Two of Swords. There's the decision sitting right there. I feel like you've got to make a decision here. I see it now. I feel like you have somebody here that may have been somebody that you've worked with or been with in the past. You could have worked with this person. And I feel like you're in a position now to make a choice over something. So maybe you're revisiting the past here. Let's just go over this. All right, so I have here dissatisfaction, unhappiness. Something has been offered here that may have been offered before. This could be something that you've been dealing with for a while that's made you a little bit unsure of whether you even want new love again. So you may be very dissatisfied. For some of you, you could have been in some sort of soulmate relationship that has turned toxic because it was meant to teach you about what you don't want in a relationship. But you may be healing from this. You may have been dealing with a situation here where somebody was not investing in this situation. But something is coming through to help you make your dreams come true. It's going to set you off on a new pathway. I do have the King and I do have the Queen in this reading. So I do feel it's some sort of long-term commitment. Perhaps you thought you weren't going to get this. But whatever it's done on your path has shown you that you've got a greater destiny than you ever would have imagined, because the Sun is here, which means that you're going to have a very, very good outcome regardless of what your situation is here. I feel like for some of you, it's like somebody coming in that either you've known in your past who's coming in to have a relationship with you, but I feel like somehow or another you're on the fence at the moment with this decision because you've been damaged from some sort of past situation. And you're asking yourself, do I want it this time? It looks good, but there's a fear that it may turn out how it's done before. Wow, okay, so I've just pulled the Lovers through here. All right, so we have the Five of Wands coming through. Wow, okay. With the Hierophant, the Eight of Swords, holy dooly, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so here we have, this is the energy we've got here, right? Five of Wands energy. We want something committed and long term. We're really excited about it. We know we have to make a decision here, but then we're worried and stressed. We want to rush in, but we're not really sure if it's the right thing to do at the moment. There is balance required here with the Temperance card. There's this energy of going backwards and forwards, trying to work out how you want your future to look. But you're doing the backwards and forwards thing because of your past energies. You could have made a mistake in the past. You could have been extremely unhappy in the past. But what's happening here is you are going backwards and forwards, trying to make some sort of decision here, knowing that ultimately it's going to bring you great happiness, but being somewhat cautious because of this energy. So this week, it's about making some sort of decision on how to move towards what you want in your future. But I see you stalemated and stuck here, especially with that Four of Cups coming up at the beginning, in that energy of, is it what I want? Is it not what I want? Do I want this? Should I go there? Maybe it's not. Maybe it'll be just like the last one. And that's where you are, trying to make a decision. All right, look at this. The card of compromise. 21. Integrity and compromise. The Wise Woman of Wonderland. The Wise Woman of Wonderland brings integrity to thought, word, and deed. She lets you know that as long as you're in the flow of honesty and being true to your word, she keeps you under her protection and care. When she appears as your ally, she signals a time when honesty pays off, yielding greater dividends than you expected. You'll be thankful that you remained faithful and loyal to your path. She reminds you that compromise isn't always an option. Stay true to yourself first and foremost. Although it may appear that you could lose something as a result, you can never lose what is truly yours. This is interesting because I'm going to read the Challenger here because I feel like this is going to really hit home for some of you. When the Wise Woman of Wonderland appears as a challenger, this is a sign that you may have compromised yourself out of fear. Have you been in denial about the truth of your situation? Have you sold yourself short rather than ask for what you really need? Have you given up your dream for another because you fear abandonment? The Wise Woman of Wonderland is gently reminding you that you count. Claim your good, never settle for less. Be fearless and make it so. Why hang around for more disappointment when wonderful adventures and opportunities are waiting to unfold for you? So I feel like some of you need to hear that side of the story here. I'm going to read you a card from the Elemental Oracle as well, because I feel like some of you are stuck because of your own fears. So you may have compromised in your past situation or in a past situation that has now made you fearful of what you're moving into now. There it is. All right, compassion ship. I wonder what that means. That's Frida, isn't it? Oh, looks like Frida. What number are we? Whoops. Number 21. Oh. Okay, that's a little spooky. They are both card 21. Now I understand why Spirit's asking me to pull those out. There must be a reason. Let's have a look at what 21 means in here. This is about animals. And it says we all have a superpower. Find yours and exercise it. Take time out to share your gifts. The natural world calls you. It is a part of your experience. If you cannot... Oh, okay. This is about animals. So this is really interesting. So I'm wondering why they've sent this through. And I wonder then, perhaps you've been somewhat disconnected from your environment somehow. Maybe it's a good way to get back into nature and reconnect yourself here, especially when both numbers are the same at 21. That may mean something to you. But this is quite interesting because this is your relationship with animals here. So I'm wondering if you're having trouble making a decision, maybe you need to go and connect with the natural world. Get out in nature. It might help you. You may have a close affinity to a spirit animal here. I'll leave you with that. Thanks, Leo.